this really quick. Let me go say hi to the guys. Hey. Friends? Friends. Friends. Mutuals. Hi. Brothers? Friends. He's not going to talk. Word. Hello? Okay.
Is this?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. What the hell was that?
We were saying hi.
I don't.
We just kept hearing you saying hello, hello, hello. We're like, okay, hi, hi.
I couldn't hear y'all. I apologize. But welcome to episode number 6 of the Royal Roundtable podcast. If you guys don't know what it is it's soon to be bi-weekly, but the whole month is just the weekly thing that we do over here every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely be sure to hit the thumbs up for the boy. It helps the entire series as a whole. And if you're new on Twitch, definitely be sure to hit the purple follow button. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check the description as the official Twitter link and everyone's link, which is involved in this episode, is located in. So, with that being said, hi, everybody here.
Hello.
Where's the list? Where's that? What happened to the list? What happened to the list?
Screen.
It's,
I have it right here.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, everything that was like in the direct. Because that is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I'm actually really excited. Shit, how do you even start this off?
How about like everyone just like general opinions?
Cole? He's like literally laggy. Well, what the hell is going on?
Is he trolling?
He can't be. His actual internet. It has to be his actual internet.
Oh, shit.
It has to be his actual internet.
I'm getting D-Dong.
Don't.
All right, well, I guess what Brian said. Let's actually go off.
Wait, no, before we do that, we gotta get a happy birthday in the chat.
Man.
Happy birthday to Nicholas, everybody.
Thank
Everyone
you.
lick them cheeks.
Happy birthday to...
Well, fuck your birthday. What the
What? What the hell?
He's 21 now.
I'm legal now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, get some like fucking like champagne emotes or some shit.
Dog, what?
Some champagne.
For this one time only thing?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
No. Anyway, so I think we'll just go overall opinions on the entirety of the Nintendo Direct, and then we can go into each detail, go over everything that was showcased. So how was everybody's overall like thoughts about what was shown, how they did it, how they presented it, what are you guys excited for from Nintendo this year and or next year? Because some games are coming out later.
My opinion was that it was better than usual. Because usual they're kind of like a letdown. It's like, all right, I kind of wasted like 30 minutes, but this one was actually pretty cool. It wasn't anything amazing, but it was good.
I think the first half was good, and then the second half was some dick.
The second half, I have to agree with you. I'll talk about it later. Continue.
I think the first half was very strong with the 3DS. The 3DS was pulling up with some heat, and then they go over to the Switchy, and then
it kind of goes downhill.
Yeah, you expect that to be the opposite.
And it's like, why did you save this for the last? Like, you don't need to make a direct to tell me that 2K's up. Most
of the Switch stuff was like hella ports, but
yeah, and then there was Xenoblade 2, but like they took way too long with that, and it wasn't that interesting.
Yeah,
Kirby's hype though.
Yeah, that was cool, but what they did with the I'll leave that for later. But Xenoblade was kind of dick.
You're not hyped for it at all? Interested in that?
No.
How they did it
was bad.
But their presentation for it was like the second half of the presentation was just like, okay, I fucking get it.
Like the trailer was okay, and then like as soon as they started explaining like the different like kingdoms and shit, like we haven't played a Xenoblade thing before. Like we know how big this game is. Like we know what you can do in the Xenoblade game.
Well, I guess it's for like newcomers, but then that's not like a good way to present it to the newcomers because that shit was a fucking snooze fest.
At that point, you might as well make its own direct. That's what they usually do.
Trailer was a solid 5.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of did the same thing for Odyssey too. To be fair,
but the thing is, Odyssey is like a big thing.
I was gonna say, but the thing is, they've been pushing Odyssey for like the past like couple directs.
I didn't really mind it because I'm a fanboy, but fucking.
I actually have to agree with Yanos on this one. I would much rather like how they did because ARMS and fucking Splatoon 2 got their own direct solely for those two, and if Xenoblade is like the big game coming out in the winter time, it's like y'all should have just waited to flesh out more of this game and introduce the characters a bit more, because that was really boring. That like even the voice acting wasn't even that appealing. Like that shit was horrid, dog.
One thing that's funny is I don't know if anybody knew this, but they actually used the Japanese gameplay for Xenoblade.
Did they really?
And what kind of made the problem with that is their lips were synced to the Japanese audio.
Yeah.
So they had the English voice actors over Japanese audio. I mean, over the Japanese gameplay.
So shit was
so
delayed
it
and
just looked
stuff.
like a mess. Yeah, it just looked retarded.
Oh my goodness! Great job, Nintendo. Well, I mean, besides that, what are some titles you all are excited for, like personally?
Octopath is the one I was
Switch?
hyped about.
Yeah, Octopath was some. I played the demo. That shit was
Especially after playing the demo. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that game.
Mark?
And
What?
Layton.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Professor
the new Professor Layton.
I've been waiting for that shit.
Oh yeah, I wish they showed more of that. To be honest.
I would say honestly, I think.
Wait, isn't it not even like technically Professor Layton? Like, isn't
It's like-
It's not him.
It's a Layton game,
Yeah.
but it's not Professor Layton.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't have, like,
He had
Professor
two
Layton
trilogies
and
for himself. And they said after the last trilogy, that was the last game he was going to be the main character in.
And not about to flesh out the
It
new
looked-
girl.
Looked really smooth.
It looks amazing, actually. I think for me, I think obviously the Kirby game.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Obviously,
fucking dope.
shit. I mean, how they did it was kind of trash, but I'm really excited for Xenoblade. Octopath, I don't have a Switch to play the demo on, but I hear that it's really good, and I just overall like when Square Enix comes out of nowhere and does that shit, where it's like where it's like a whole different RPG aside from Final Fantasy, and they put it on Nintendo shit. Because Bravely Default and Bravely Second were really good. And I'm okay. I'm like, okay, if Octopath is following those exact same footsteps and you put on the Switch, I'm definitely buying that on the Switch 100%. I'm really happy, and I'm not going to buy them per se, but I'm really happy that like the Switch is getting things like Rocket League and Doom, because that's like opening up to like a big audience.
Can't forget Skyrim.
Did you see the fucking price tag for Doom?
What is it?
It's $60. Which is terrible.
One thing
I don't know if that's
funny.
official, but like something went up earlier today and I saw it, and that's like what it's being.
That might be a price.
Yeah, it
hold.
might. I hope it's
It
not.
could
I
be.
hope it's not true.
I hope it is.
Because it's just the port. I mean, if anything, besides that, I feel like just Nintendo going to the third party lane and having a lot of titles, and that they're bringing Skyrim, Rocket League, Doom, and Wolfenstein too.
Wolfenstein 2 got me like from a whole nother fucking like that surprised me.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's surprising as hell, because it's like I never thought I'd see swastikas in a Nintendo game. What's happening right now? And then you have like the obvious sports titles, you know. And even
FIFA,
though we don't play them per se, that's still branching to the different audiences and stuff like that. So I definitely am really happy, because they kind of dropped the ball on the Wii U 100%.
Yeah,
and
2K
then
is the console seller.
I was gonna say FIFA.
All of
Them-
them. Okay, all,
yeah,
sports
all
games
of them.
are
All
console
sports
sellers.
games do good. I don't care what anybody says.
They appeal to the casual market so
Let me
heavy.
see. Other than obviously Odyssey, Forces.
Is that Mario
Octopath,
Party
Xenoblade.
100 minigames?
Oh yeah, they have
Yeah.
the top 100 Mario Party.
Does that have
games.
online?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think that's like Wi-Fi though. It's like only local play.
That's unfortunate.
It's still dick, but I don't trust them with their online.
Yeah, that's just gonna be trash. That shit is gonna be trash. That's just gonna be
I mean,
bad.
it's dope that they did the 100 minigame, but at the same, I feel like it would have been better, so much better on the Switch than on 3DS.
I can't give Nintendo. I just know. I know they're gonna.
Because like the majority of Mario Party games have been on console, so like why would they?
The only thing I could think of for why they would not put it on Switchy is that there are DS and 3DS Mario parties, and you cannot play them on a home console like the Switchy because.
Or they just started developing it.
I was gonna say, what if they started actually starting from scratch or whatever, and they're like, oh hey, here now let's put servers on these bitches.
It would just be weird to get the touchscreen 3DS Mario Party games on Switchy because you cannot do it on home console now.
Oh yeah, they did
Obviously, they
touchscreen
could've just-
minigames.
Yeah, they could have easily just did home console Mario parties, but like this is all everything. So
You think
it's probably better.
You think if this one sells good, they'll fucking make an actual fucking Mario Party for the Switch?
Yes.
Oh please God!
No, they're
Make
going
Mario
to.
Party 11
I want you to know, even if this doesn't do as good because it's literally a port of all the good ones, that's okay, because I feel like they're still gonna bring in the perfect Mario Party for this one.
We
They
can only hope.
already pulled their head out of their asses for 3D Mario games, so maybe they'll do
Exactly.
Mario Kart.
Wait, is that Mario and Luigi shit? Is that like a? It's a collection,
remake
isn't it?
with like a mini game type thing.
Yeah, they added like a new extra mode.
Isn't Bowser's Minion like a side thing? That's not new,
Yeah,
is it?
it's a side thing.
It's a whole thing. It's new, but it's not. It has nothing to do with the main. Well, it's about the main story, but it's not related directly.
Okay.
So it's like some side quest bullshit.
Now I think the one that everybody in the chat is, and I think everybody here, if Callum was here, he'd be talking about this a lot. But Pokemon.
Oh, right.
That
Ultra
surprised
Sun
the hell out of me.
and
I
Ultra Moon.
honestly didn't think there were going to be new Ultra. I really didn't.
I want you to know.
I think there's
Everybody on 4chan was destroying these games. They were like, "Oh, it's just, it's nothing new. It's just gonna change a couple rows and shit.
I can imagine
no
that.
new Pokemon. Ultra, you're gonna get like maybe a couple Alolan forms." It's like, yeah, but we just got 2 new Ultra Bees, and that's implying that they have more because there was a Japanese translation that came out like a day or two after the direct went out, and it was like more Ultra Beasts are coming. Or more new Pokemon are coming.
Yeah.
And that's safe to assume that like the wording new is such a vague and humongous broad ass word, mind you. Mm-hmm. So it's like we may get new Alolan forms and Ultra Beasts, especially with the 2 that we just got, those are 100% coming. I 100% feel like these games are going to be really good. That shit excited me because I was kind of dry. I was kind of iffy on. I was like, I'm gonna just play the game. I'm gonna just do my content and I'm gonna just move on to the next thing. But then like they show like a lot of different shit and I'm like, yo, how and Hawlu about to get stumped on by this nigga? What the fuck is going on? I'm like, what's happening?
Also, with what we've seen so far, we've seen at least 5 new Pokemon.
Exactly.
Because they've shown 2 new
And like think about
forms.
Game Freak never releases like the 3rd edition. It's like, oh, they didn't add that much extra into it. You know what I mean? Like they're usually almost always fucking very good about making it different, making it better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much safe to say that there's going to be more than those Pokemon.
There's
going to be more than just what was found.
I kind of appreciate how they're not, because Sun and Moon for me was a little bit like not as exciting because like they released all the news and it's like, okay, I know basically all the Alolan forms, so like what's the point of even looking?
Yeah.
So like if they have some stuff that they don't release and I find in the game, I feel like I'll appreciate it way more.
I think I'd agree with Brian. If they like keep a couple shit in the back, that'd be 100% like that would be good for me. I would 100% be all for it, all aboard. I would be excited. Because what they've shown so far, and that one trailer alone has already got me like even more interested than I already was. Because before then, we had the Lycanroc form, his exclusive Z move that was recently announced. We have the Kumo Z move, and then we have the different trial shit that they showed in the last month. And other than that was it. That was literally it. And then this trailer just blew like, okay, here's the new shit. Here is the new shit you've been looking for. New Pokemon. Here you go. And it's like, oh shit. Now you piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
See, now I'm more up and ready to like be on you guys whenever some news comes around. Because at first I was just like, I'm just gonna pass on this. I'm not gonna take it serious. And now it's like, okay, now you got me. Let's do this. And we have a whole 2 months.
I'm still not hyped.
Why not?
Because I don't like being hyped Pokemon games anymore. They've let me down too much.
What types do you guys think the UBs will be? The new ones?
Steel for assembly. The other ones
just plain steel?
Steel and something else. There's no way they're only going to make it a primary type. But, well, actually, probably another type, but, I don't know about the first one that's like all the waters, like all the colors.
I think a lollipop one will be like fairy fighting or something.
Yeah, some people were saying fairy fighting.
I could definitely see
that would be a unique ass typing, though.
Because when he jumped into the cutscene, he had like the karate stance going. He's like all colorful.
He was moving his body and shit.
Yeah.
That's safe to assume.
That'd be a dope type, honestly.
That's safe to assume. That's safe. I think for me, it'd probably be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to be. I think if anything for assembly. Steel Rock?
I could see it.
I don't know if that's
Steel Ground. Have they had a Steel Ground?
Steel and
I think Steel Rock would make the most sense.
I don't know about that.
Well, Steel Rock, we have like Reggie Steel in them already, and we know he's gonna be bulky. He's gonna be bulky. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. He's a
the lollipop will be the damage dealer, and he'll be the tank. It's
See, there's Pokemon like Nihilego where like it's poison and rock, but you could not tell just looking at it.
Yeah.
I think the Lollipop's gonna be something like that.
Where it's like an obscure ass typing and
like
shit.
Stupid ass typing.
It'd be like fire or some shit.
I wouldn't put it past him, honestly, because you're right. Nihilego, you gotta look at him and be like, okay, you gotta know his typing. You actually can't sit here and say like off bat, like, yo, he's fucking rock. Oh, poison. Like, no, he's not, bro.
The poison I can kind of get because like the jellyfish things, I guess, but like yeah, rock is kind of out there for a jellyfish.
I'm telling you, he's dead ass just like, huh? He's new. I mean, I don't know. It's for me, I think they did a really good job showcasing the Pokemon stuff. They literally started it off right then and there. It was perfect too because like it started off like Pokemon, Xenoblade is in the middle, like smack dab in the middle. Then you have Odyssey to close everything off. And that's after like showing like Kirby, Yokai Watch, the new Layton game.
Things are just like sprinkled.
The Mario. I was gonna say things are like sprinkled like in between, like every 2 or 3 games there was something new that they showed you. So it's like, okay, I see what you're doing, Nintendo. I'm rocking with you, you know. But how you guys feel about Fire Emblem though, the Warriors game?
Fire!
Oh my god!
Dude, that's like Hyrule Warriors but Fire Emblem kind of.
All right, first of all, fuck Musou games, fuck Warrior games.
What?
You not rocking with it? You not rocking with them?
I don't like them.
What? Really?
They're not bad. I just don't like them. They're just not my cup of tea.
I feel you.
I think that's fire, man. I don't know. I feel like it's fire.
No, but I feel like Zelda did it best though.
I tried playing Hyrule Warriors, I couldn't do it.
Because the thing about Fire Emblem is that all of their human cast are like what's the word? Like very important and shit. And then it's like Hyrule Warriors, you're battling all these what the fuck are these things called? What the fuck are those little pig things? Mokoblins or some shit? Bokoblins or some shit?
But
their world is more fleshed out, is what I'm saying. Like they have a lot more villains.
It's fire is because of the story that's gonna be like the narrative that's gonna be driven behind the game.
Oh yeah, well all the characters in one spot.
Fire Emblem has like an in-depth fucking narrative. Like that shit's gonna be fire. Literally.
So you think they're gonna pull like some Dissidia shit and have like all the characters come into play and the big ass climatic thing? I mean, I can see it. I mean, fucking Fates definitely put it. Fates and a couple other games definitely put it. Kind of set up the whole otherworldly shit coming into play. So it's like I wouldn't put it past them. I just can't. I think Zelda's gonna do it better because now that we have a Fire Emblem translation of the game, it's gonna be easier to compare the two, and it's gonna be like, okay, which one of these is better? I think they're gonna pour Hyrule Warriors over.
The Switchy, I don't know about that.
If this game does well, there's a huge chance for that.
Like I said, if that story is good, then it has a chance.
Yeah.
But
I
otherwise,
don't know. I think a lot of Fire Emblem fans aren't really hyped for it because it's like a Warriors. But like my girlfriend, she loves Fire Emblem, right? Mm-hmm. And she's like a new Fire Emblem fan because she started. So she got into.
Oh, I was gonna
say. She's not hyped at all for Warriors.
That's because it's a whole.
That's a whole different game.
Yeah, it's a different kind of mechanic because with that turn-based mechanic, and then you going straight into like hack and slash. It's like,
See, like
we've seen the Fire Emblem fandom. I mean, we
okay, but like
we know what they consist of.
With Zelda, like how you play is already kind of similar to.
Exactly.
Similar, but like
kind of, yeah, I can see it. I guess what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but like Fire Emblem, like that's a whole new genre that they're going into.
But
because like, Fire Emblem's like already primarily like 2D and like 2.5D and shit.
That's more of a strategy game.
Yeah, it's a strategy.
Even if you see it, like even if you see like the majority of the moves that you can do in that Fire Emblem game, like the turn-based games, just imagine seeing that shit on like a Warriors platform.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fire.
Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
Yeah.
Well, my question is for the people with the Switch though: is it a cop, like day one cop?
I'm not.
It's a cop on Pirated
Nah.
Police.
Wait until like a holiday season. That bitch goes on sale. A nice young, like 70% off, and is good.
That bitch go.
I'm gonna wait till that's just like $30 used. I'm use my GameStop points to get that shit for free.
GameStop points, a returned item, and a coupon. Fuck out of here.
Yo, speaking about that, speaking about like ports and such, because we were talking about possibly Zelda, if it does good, possibly moving over there. How do you guys feel about the arcade archive of Mario Bros?
I think it looks cool.
I like
If
it.
it's like inexpensive, like if it's cheap, then I'm gonna pick it up for sure.
Who now?
The
Mario Bros.
arcade.
Arcade?
The like really old Mario Bros. With like.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I mean, I guess that's like Virtual Console, but where the fuck is the Virtual Console right now? I'm waiting.
I think what they're doing, what they might want to do is for Virtual Console is wait till like more people have the console since there's shortages and holidays is gonna come over and more people are gonna buy it then.
Honestly, I expect them to pull it out.
Population is big.
I don't expect them to pull it out during the online service being released.
Yeah.
Because they
also,
can.
I don't think they want it to interfere with their fucking like novelty sales.
Yeah.
Even though their fucking systems are produced very limited.
You think it would run out? You think it would like intervene with that though?
No, but fucking, it's Nintendo. They don't really know how to market.
You right. You are fucking
Nintendo.
right.
Nintendo just like started to like do more appealing marketing, but like remember the Wii U?
No.
Okay, the Wii U was actually just marketed like trash.
The Wii what?
The Wii U was just like
The Wii.
oh yeah,
What is
exactly.
What happened?
Exactly.
Like, what was that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's funny is for like the longest time I used to think the Wii U was actually just the gamepad and it was an extension.
Of the Wii, yeah.
Yeah, I like legit.
Until I tried to buy Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, and I was like, oh shit.
Also, they have like features they never talked about in any advertisement ever.
People are asking for Melee HD back.
That was gonna be my next topic. Are you guys? Are
I
y'all?
don't think that's ever gonna come, dude.
I'm telling you right now, they bring Melee HD. The only way it would be, first of all, you're gonna have lag, and that's already gonna be a problem, right? That's the biggest issue right then and there. Even if you do a 1-to-1 port, HDMI TV stuff like that, there's lag. There's probably remedies for it, but like that already just sounds like a problem. Not to mention if they're gonna do the thing where they try patching stuff.
Yeah, if it's gonna be if it's a port, right, a direct port, then they're gonna leave that shit alone. But if they're gonna make it an HD version, they have to build it from the ground up.
They're gonna take out wave dashing and all that stuff.
It's gonna be pretty hard to make the same mistakes twice.
How pissed off do you think people would be if they fucking made Melee HD and they just changed the game completely? No wave dashing.
I'm telling you right now, it would just be another game on the eShop.
People would not play that shit if it didn't have like wave dashing and all that.
Really?
No.
That's what makes the game the game.
That's what gives it replay though, because people use that shit for the competitive.
So for y'all, like, are y'all disappointed they didn't like port over Smash Bros or anything like that?
I was happy they did.
I do not care. I don't care.
I would have been hyped, but like it's just I don't give a fuck.
I actually play the game. I think that the game is perfectly fine as it is on the Wii U. It's in a good place in the meta and stuff for the most part. If they patched it over right now, it would just kind of like kill it off. Not to mention, it wouldn't even be adding that much to begin with. Like
so what if they just ported it over just to like have it on the system? They don't change anything. It's just all exactly the same.
For most people, that's not a problem. For me, it is because I like to have the mods. But
oh yeah, true.
Everything else is fine.
Smash 4 hadn't even been out that long. Like they do like the 6-year gaps for the other Smash games.
Yeah, that's also another thing. If they port it over, like Smash itself is gonna be a long time away.
So my question for y'all is, in the next 2 or 3 years, do you see a new Smash Bros game?
Yeah, it'd have to be maybe a little more time.
A whole new one.
Like I'm saying, like a whole new one.
From Melee to Brawl, it was 6 years, and from Brawl to Smash 4, it was 6 years. So.
And then what's this?
It's been like
3 or 4 years now. It's been 3 because it came out 2014. Yeah.
But to be honest with you, Nintendo would have to do something like that because if you have a portable Smash Bros game,
well, the Switch is lasting a good damn near 4 or 5 years anyway. Probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Switch is lasting a long time.
Not unless Nintendo pulls one of those famous. Oh, I'm gonna make an XL version of it.
Oh no! I could see them making like a cheaper version of it. Honestly.
Yeah, one that's.
I feel like they're gonna break traditions with Smash because they went from like I said, the Wii U, which was like very bad for them. Everyone knows that was like a fucking not just a marketing failure, but like a sales failure and everything. And then now they're picking back up again with the Switch. And what's one of the games that people talk about constantly on the Wii U?
Smash. That's the only thing that people play the shit for.
Smash Mario Kart.
Pokken got over here. What the fuck? Mario Kart got over here. You waiting on Smash? You're actually like it's crazy because people dead ass. You're actually waiting for Smash to come back over here. So there's so many people like dead ass that's like, yo, When Smash comes over,
That
I don't need my
people
Wii U
are
no
actually
more.
People are actually expecting Smash to be one of the first games brought over.
Yeah, people were like, "Yo, I want this. It's gonna come out. We're gonna see Smash first year." I'm like, "Nah, y'all know how this works. Y'all know."
I feel like they know if they make a Smash 4 port, then they know like the Wii will just be like obsolete at that point.
And they're trying to get the little stuff. I mean, didn't they stop production like back in
They
January?
stopped production hella long ago.
Did
I think
they?
it's almost been a year.
Hella long.
Yeah, it's
ago.
been they stopped production like in December or January, my G.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure their last game was like a year ago. Around
Yeah.
now. It was the Paper Mario Color Splash.
No. What fucking
So I have a
Breath of the
I have a
Wild though?
question-
That's
I have a
not that
question
was
for,
that they just released it because that's where it first came on. That's more of a Switchy game to them.
I have a question for everybody. So if they were to port over Smash, right, and they built it from the ground up, what would make it Melee good? Like, what would make it better than Melee?
What?
I wouldn't.
No,
No, I think.
Make it better.
I don't think they're trying to make another Melee. I think they're just trying to make another innovative Smash Bros. Title.
Melee was a mistake. You cannot make
everything
another
that's
mistake.
good about Melee competitively, like Nintendo did not plan.
It's straight up glitches.
Like as good as it is to like the competitive scene, they actually legit they fucked that shit up, and they're just like, huh.
It's not like Street Fighter or Tekken or whatever, like where like the developers literally think of like this will link with this, and then you can combo with that. Smash is just like we have these moves, do
The
whatever.
tech
the fuck
is
we
like
want with
bad
it.
design.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. They didn't mean to do most of the things that were happening. They just got lucky.
Yeah.
And then they took out the things that were competitive in the next game.
Oh, for Smash 4 or Brawl?
No,
Brawl.
For Brawl, yeah.
And Brawl, they were like, oh, L console, that's too hard. Take it out. Oh, light shielding, take that out. Everything was like they just changed a lot because they just didn't want it in the next game. It was just a mistake, and they know it, which is why they don't try emulating.
They're never gonna bring that shit back ever.
Have y'all played the new Metroid game?
Yeah,
I was playing it today. That's why I almost
How is
fucking
it?
missed. It's really clean. So since it's a remake of like the second one, right? It's really cool, like how they made it. You know how like sometimes when they remake a game, they just literally make the game 3D. This one, they're adding like cutscenes and they're making the world look more interactive and more lively. So it's pretty sick. They're making it like it's like old Metroid games and like Metroid Prime. It's like together in terms of like looks.
So speaking about that, when do you guys think we'll see actual gameplay for the new Metroid game?
I'm telling you right now, that's getting delayed to 2019.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they said 2018 release, and it's just like a fucking title.
Picture. They put a picture. You already know why they did that on Pokemon Switch coming 18.
Oh no, because them niggas
They didn't even put a picture for that. They just talked.
Wait, I want you to know, dog. When they announced the fucking Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon were gonna be a thing, niggas were mad. They were fucking mad. I want you to know, I've never seen like just a community of motherfuckers so mad that a game never got announced ever in my entire life. They were pissed off. They were like, because niggas either wanted the Switch or they wanted the Diamond and Pearl. They got neither, dog. I've never seen them like that. Never. I've never seen them like that at all.
The only reason they said it is because, oh yeah, Metroid 2, we're remaking them. It's all going to be on 3DS. Everybody was upset a little, so they said, we're also making one for 2018 on Switchy. Same with Pokemon. People were upset, so they just said it to get them off their butts.
Yeah.
So right now, we don't even have anything to show for it because they're probably not even ready. So I already know that.
If anything, it's gonna come like any news that comes with like fucking. If there's ever gonna be like a Smash for Switch or Pokemon or Metroid, I think at least one of those three will have something after the holidays.
I remember when Smash Wii U was announced. That shit was like 2012. No gameplay for like a year and a half. Like there was just nothing. So like, and then that was also delayed. I think. Yeah, no, it was delayed. I think
we didn't see a trailer for that until like E3 2013 or some shit.
Yeah, it was just a mess.
Maybe 2014.
And then they were like, yeah, we're gonna release Smash 3DS and Smash Wii U in the summer and then at holiday season. Smash 3DS got delayed. I think Wii U got slightly delayed. I might be wrong about that one. I just know that they're not always, they just say this stuff so people shut up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yo, in y'all opinion, it can't just be me. Do y'all think they're like starting to like milk the fuck out of Breath of the Wild now?
A little bit.
All these amiibo shits.
Nah, they do this for every game.
Nah, they do that for like every game though.
Yeah, kind of.
It's not to the point of which they milk Mario though.
Like Odyssey got a bunch of amiibos.
And a bundle.
Never.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a fucking Goomba fucking amiibo.
That case is dope as hell though. The fucking the bundle, the little Joy-Con case or whatever it's called. This shit is fucking dope.
I think every game, just every release that they consider like a major release, they're like, fuck it, let's slap a fucking amiibo in there. Who cares? One
thing I did like is that for the Mario Odyssey, everything that's gonna like you get from the amiibos you can do in game regardless.
Yeah.
So it's actually useful for once.
Yeah, the amiibos are just like, yo, you want this, you also get a little perk. So like it's not it's not like Breath of the Wild where you got it and you can only get like certain items through it or certain costumes.
That game has so many costumes, it's insane. I feel like they still haven't shown every costume either.
Yeah, they still have another DLC.
But what makes you what makes you say that, Nick? You just seeing too much stuff for Breath of the Wild?
I just feel like they're like, and I guess it's too early for me to say this because the game did just come out. It came with the Switch. The Switch is still relatively new. I feel like they're not letting it breathe. They just keep constantly adding newer shit to it. And I mean, it's to some extent that is what like that's like a gamer's like ideal thing for a game where it's like you're constantly getting updates and you're constantly like getting newer shit. But it's like how far can you go adding just extra dungeons and extra little like fucking aesthetic shit until like it's worn out, you know?
Until Mario Odyssey comes out.
I mean, shit. I mean, no, I mean,
as soon as Mario Odyssey comes out, Zelda's like, oh, Nintendo, like, bro, we're done.
I mean, I could see that possibly being it. I mean, if anything, I feel like all their main big releases, because I know they're probably gonna do the exact same thing for Pokemon. They're probably gonna do the exact same thing for Odyssey. Probably the Kirby game when it comes out, they're gonna push the fuck out of those big titles. Those are big titles, right? They're gonna do the exact same thing for Xenoblade 2, where it's like, oh hey, here's some new shit like they did for the last one, and I just don't. I don't know, because I just feel like you should. I feel like. And it's probably just me. It's probably just like, it's a personal thing, definitely. It's one of those things where it's just like, there's no breathing room. You know? There's no like span. It's like every single time we have a direct or something, there's always mention of Breath of the Wild.
Well, they did promise like 3 DLC packs and only one. I think
only one of them did come up. The second one's coming up. The second one's coming.
Yeah, and the DLC packs are pretty big. Like actually.
But I feel like what Nintendo's thinking is if they stop talking about Breath of the Wild, it's gonna fall through the cracks.
Is their like main point of relevance right now? Like, sure, they got Splatoon and like I guess ARMS or all their other like.
Nigga, ARMS is Splatoon. No. Nigga, they both. Nigga, no. It took Splatoon 2 months to sell 2 million. That shit's not doing good.
I mean, you also got to realize how many people can even get a Switchy. So
now, this is true. Yeah. This is true, especially when they go out every single time within the first like 5 minutes.
Surprisingly, in my city where I live at, there's a Switch available right now.
Yeah, I think it depends per region because like at my GameStop, I fucking walked in there, fucking pre-ordered a game. I think it doesn't even matter what game. And then some dude in front of me, he just like walked out with a Switch. I was like,
yeah. People in my region like don't play games in my town, so it's not hard.
It depends on like what major city you live in too, because like if you live close to like a major city, like I know Nick, you live in Chicago. I'd imagine.
There's a Switch. There's like 2 or 3 of them at like this local game store, but it's nothing like groundbreaking. It's like $300 something. I'm like, boy.
I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for those holiday sales to come in, man.
Hey, all I know
I'm not trying to pay full price for a Switch.
You gotta wait for Black Friday if it's even there.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. The good thing about it is that I have connects with GameStop, so like all I'm waiting on is just for like the dude that I know to just slide me one.
Jeez. But yeah, I mentioned those other games because Zelda's what made fucking everyone was talking about Zelda. You know what I mean? Like everyone was hyping that shit up.
Yeah.
That game had like crazy.
But understand, Zelda hasn't come out in like a couple of years prior to like Breath of the Wild, so like of course people will talk about it.
Yeah, how much is
people were talking about it without they weren't Zelda fans. They were just like, this is just a very good single player experience.
Okay.
So it's gonna be. I feel like they're gonna obviously hold on to that. It's their main point of relevance, and then Odyssey is gonna drop, and then they're gonna consider that the main point of relevance.
I might sell like 1 mil before a month.
Oh no! This is Mario we're talking about, dog.
Splatoon 2 sold like 700,000 copies in the first like week in Japan alone.
Really?
I think Mario Odyssey. Yeah.
No, Mario Odyssey out of there, dog. I think
Mario Odyssey is gonna have record numbers like Zelda did.
Dog.
Maybe even more.
Dog.
Because
it'll be more. It'll be more.
Not to mention, there's gonna be more consoles out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more games, so you have more of an incentive to getting it, other than this huge ass game.
Yeah. Apparently, there's 600 of those freaking moons in the game. That's actually insane. That's gonna be like
that's a lot.
One of the long. That's gonna be like the most like stars they've had in like the Galaxy games or whatever. Is like 242. That's like more than double of.
And this game's not even that big gigabyte size. It's like 5 gigs, I think.
There's probably gonna be hella moons where you just like fucking like ground pound on a random piece of ground and then you just get a moon. So
yeah,
a lot of those.
Odyssey is 5.7 gigs, and NBA 2K, if you want to have a save file, that's 5 gigs alone.
Just for the save?
What the fuck?
For 2K?
Big ass save file, nigga.
What the?
Dog, 2K, dog, yeah, y'all sleeping, dog. 2K18 got hella content. They were like showcasing the fuck out of that shit.
Nigga,
it's not even that. It's just
for that
what happens is
gigabytes. For that many gigabytes, I better remember the player's memory, my nigga. Fuck out of here.
What happens is they just Nintendo's the only one who can like compress their games properly.
Yeah.
No, this is true.
Like the people who run 2K probably aren't compressing it as well as they possibly could because they're all lazy bastards.
Well, I feel like it's still gonna take a while for some developers to compress those games.
Yeah, that much. Used to it at this point.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, it's still too early.
But you gotta compress it for the Switchy because you only have 32 built in. And then you have to get these micro SD cards for way bigger. Because if you want to get like, all right, I think Breath of the Wild is like what 13 gigs, and I don't even think you can run 2K without having an external SD card, like when it's like same. Yeah. And it doesn't have a retail version, I think.
I just appreciate the fact that Nintendo is actually reaching out to third parties and fucking making quality content and bringing quality games to the platform, because it's like they're doing a hell of a lot better than what they were doing in the previous years.
You know what's really sad? I'm looking at like the Switch sales versus Wii U sales. The Switch sold 4.7 million in its first 3 months.
Well, how much is it right now? I think somebody was put it in the chat.
It says 4.7 million as of June 30th, 2017. And the Wii U was 13.56 as of March 31st of this year.
And understand, like
that's really bad. So bad.
With the Switch, like Nintendo just started, like, how old is the Switch now?
Like
not even
almost 5 years.
No, it's over 6 months.
So just imagine once they get all the games that they want developed.
Yeah, when people are like over the whole, the Switch has no game shit after the Switch comes out.
I think it's safe to say, like, after this year, that's gonna be over.
Okay, let's be real here.
Hey, chill. Because what I'm saying is, after the holiday season and a lot of those ports for those other games like Wolfenstein and fucking 2K, even though we won't see Wolfenstein for another like maybe couple of months, not even a couple months, for the like next year. Things like Doom, things like 2K and FIFA and Madden and shit. I feel like that would appeal more to the casuals.
Definitely, I told you.
For sure.
What games are console sellers?
Exactly. So it's like, I feel like at that point, saying the Switch has no games is like null and void, because now it just comes down to interest. Because now the Switch has a library, or it will at the point of at the end of the year, where it's like, okay, now you have these actual games that certain people may or may not be interested in, but the overall majority just so good, you know?
I'm about to make an ignorant statement.
What?
I feel like because Nintendo is doing all like the go-to casual players, like they're bringing over these games, right? I feel like that's all they're gonna bring over. They're not gonna do any more with that. So it's pretty much like Nintendo saying, okay, you want us to appeal more? Here you go. We're gonna give you games that appeal more that are already out, so that you can buy our shit, and then we can stuff Mario down your throat.
Disagree.
Ah,
Yeah.
you ignorant. You ignorant.
I don't know if you saw that back in January, they definitely showed off all the people who are going to work with them for games. There's no way they're going to have all these people just for ports of what's out right now.
Yeah.
They're probably going to help them out with other things. Huh?
No, I said hence the reason why I said ignorant statements.
But
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Plus,
Like,
they're not gonna block people from like making games or whatever.
No. That's not my
Oh.
thing. That's not what I'm trying to say. Sure, they can do that, but are they going to succeed? Is my question.
they probably will. It's not a hard thing to just put multiplats on there at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's all comes down to
Even
compression.
if they're watered down versions, like remember when fucking like Wii and like PS2 and all that shit, like there's different quality for like the same games, but they're all fucking selling like hotcakes. Like people were buying fucking sports games on the fucking PSP.
Okay, people are still buying Just Dance
like
for the Wii.
There's a
2017. That's not even
like
like that
there's a
game is
sports
still
game.
being made in 2017
if
for the Wii.
2K was available, like if 2K was better and it was available on the iPod or iPad, whatever, any Apple device, Akun will buy that shit right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay, it already does exist on. It already exists on. It's not
Akun's
kind
will
of
buy
that
that.
already
If you
exists.
could take like a selfie and then the character looks like what your selfie looks like, Akun will buy that shit so quick.
They already do. They're out. There, it's on iOS right now. They have like 2K games, and I think they have NFL
You can do
games
that?
too.
No. You can take a picture of yourself.
I don't
and
know.
then-
I'm saying the game exists already.
Oh,
I don't know if you can do all that, but I do know 2K exists.
I was about to become a coon real quick. Hold on.
What?
2K17 is $7 on the App Store.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah, it's been out.
That's crazy.
It's time.
No, I'm saying like if it were better is what I'm saying. Like if it was like on the iPad and it had like decent graphics and you can do like all the dope shit you can do like on console, then yeah, the coons about that shit hella quick.
They already do. Told you, it's already out.
Really?
Yes, it's out.
Yeah.
It's been out for years. A lot of sports
I
games
think-
are on mobile.
I think-
They know it's out.
Yeah, but I think you're talking about like 2K18, Cole.
That's definitely gonna come out too.
That's coming out dead ass in like a month.
It's basically two.
It's dead ass coming out like a month, my
Uh-huh.
guy. Well, I mean, besides the overall like system sellers, because we already know. What else is there besides like? Oh, the Shinigami ship. Are you guys excited for that? The
SMT5 is
Atlas
supposed
ship?
to come out. Yes, I want SMT5.
Because I was sitting here and I'm like, there's a game that we're missing that I was excited for. And I looked at the list and I'm like, oh shit, the Atlas shit. But yeah, isn't there 2 RPGs coming from them?
No, they got 3.
They got
They're
3.
like,
Oh
no,
shit.
they're porting stuff over.
Yeah.
It's like they're porting stuff like the one from the DS over to the Switchy, or no, to the 3DS, not the Switchy.
Yeah.
And they're just porting some stuff over to 3DS, nothing big.
Are you?
But they're supposed to be working on SMT5.
For the Switch, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Switch exclusive, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
SMT
gonna
usually
be,
stays
that's
on
gonna be
Nintendo
dope.
console.
That's gonna be fucking dope. Wait, so SMT
Persona.
is Nintendo and then Persona's the Sony ones?
Yeah,
Well,
basically,
SMT used to be on like PlayStation 2 and shit,
Mm.
but you know,
Because
Atlas-
I'm new to the series. I just got into Persona 5.
Okay, so
I don't know.
SMT, like the first one was on like those old ass consoles and like Super Nintendo and shit for
Mhm.
SMT2. SMT3 was on the PS2, 4 was on the 3DS.
Yeah, 4 and Apocalypse was also on the 3DS. Persona games are usually almost always on PlayStation. The only one that isn't is Persona Q.
Well,
no,
but that's
one
more of a
isn't.
spin-off.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Persona Q is one of those things. My only thing with the Persona series is kind of like how I kind of don't like the little dance shit they try to do, and how that's like so into the story and shit.
Hey, okay, look. It was
But I don't know if they're good or
It was
not.
only
I don't know if they're good or not. So it's like the new one's coming out with 3 and
No,
5.
like
don't worry
dancing all
about that.
night?
Yeah.
Don't worry about 3 and 5's
No.
dancing games. They're not canon. It actually just cannot be canon. I can't explain it, but it's not supposed to be canon. Period. All right. If you haven't
Alright.
played Persona 3,
What about
if
the
you
Q
played
games,
it,
then?
The Q games are not canon because it's not. They're a side story. Like it
Are they
takes
good,
place in
though?
the middle of Persona 3. They're like a whole different type of.
Yeah,
game.
people would say it's bad, but that's because it's one of those things where they'll say it's
It's
bad just
dungeon.
because it's different.
Mhm.
It's first person like dungeon crawling.
I actually because I was thinking about because somebody was telling me And Noah and Kami are like SMT and Persona diehards and shit. So they were telling me not to play Q, but then so many people were like, Q is a good game, the OST's fire, but it's like, it's just different than what I got into, which was Persona 5. So I definitely want to play it eventually, but I don't know what to expect. Okay, so I'll probably just do that.
All right, I played like the 3, 4, 5 on Q. Q is like a whole different art type altogether. Like the gameplay is totally different. Like you're not gonna be
all different. It's
really different. You're not gonna be dancing. You're not gonna be doing your social and kind of stuff. You're gonna be more in the dungeons, and the dungeons are totally different. It's also a side story. Like it takes in the middle of Persona 3. So like you're not even done with the game yet.
You might as well just play a fucking main title SMT.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
Persona 4. Okay, Persona games are like baby SMT games.
Yeah.
In terms of
so like on casual mode and shit.
Like without any spoilers, Nick, you remember like the fucking ending of Persona 4 or 5? That's basically like SMT. The whole game is like
they're like god killers.
It's like to that extreme.
That's dope as fuck. I actually fuck with that actually.
Post-apocalyptic as fuck, dude. Definitely like if you have time, definitely try it at like 4 because that shit.
Yeah, try out SMT 4 on the 3DS. They're pretty good. I mean, if you like Persona, you might like SMT, but you're not gonna get the exact same thing.
The exact same feeling and shit. Because I feel like Persona is one of those games where it's like aesthetically it's just different or better than the counterpart, I guess. Because I've googled like gameplay and I've seen the difference with SMT, and the SMT is like very serious. It's very it's not as very serious.
Right. You know how 5 you're just like ba ba, but you're having fun. You're going out with your friends. You're going on dates. It's not like that in SMT at all.
SMT, you're just like, oh, this nigga's dead.
Damn, I have to go back to
training. He's dying in front of my fucking face, dude. This is crazy.
Like you pretty much just got like Persona, like they have the same combat to a degree, and you have some of the same typings and stuff. But that's where it stops. Like outside of that, like you're in a whole new realm, and even then, like that's just baby food. It used to be called SMT Persona in America, but like now they just dropped that. It's just it's the whole thing.
For Ko and Brian, since you guys have played the demo, elaborate. No, for Ko, I know Ko, Yanos, and Brian. I don't know. Ko, do you have a Switch?
He just said he's gonna get one.
You haven't seen it yet. So Brian and Yanos, can y'all elaborate more on Octopath? Because I actually
Bravely Default.
Yes.
It's not like that, but it's made by the same people.
Yeah, the combat is kind of similar. Like they have like the Brave system. It's not called the Brave system. I don't remember if it is or not.
Well, it's I mean I can add a little bit to that because I've played the Brave games. So like it's
made by the same people, and you can kind of tell.
Yeah, it's made by the same team.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Well,
but I only played one of the stories because they give you like 2 of the characters, and
out of the 8,
I got like towards the end for the night, and like the setting is like pretty tight too. Like it's not like how like RPG games have their set setting. You know what I mean? Like that Final Fantasy setting. This one feels more like Game of Thronesy. Like they're using like the Watchmen and shit. You know what I mean?
It's kind of. I mean,
just off that demo, overall opinions.
I like the idea. I like how they're executing it so far. I don't think they can. I trust who's making the game, so I'm gonna assume the game will be good based on what I've played in this small demo. Plus, they're also they haven't really given it an exact release date, and the way they're making it is they're asking for opinions on the game. Like they want help. Like they want.
So they want feedback.
Are they?
That's fucking dope.
They don't even have a title. Like that's.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a working title and everything.
Yeah, like they doing what they did with the Brave games, or like well, I can't even ask that because I'm not even sure like if the story is gonna be like built the same way. Because like I know in the Brave games, like after a while you fight the same enemies and you do the same thing over and over.
Okay, and on Bravely Default you have to backtrack a lot. I don't like that, but like I think you might have to backtrack with different people.
Well, in this game,
same thing.
Off what they showed off the little trailer and such, I dead ass am like really excited because they were like, "Oh, you can challenge everybody and shit. You can
you could like fight literally anyone.
Right, you can recruit them and shit.
Fucking elder of my town. I was like,
was funny. I was like,
killing his ass.
He's just passed out sitting in front of his house like, Like he was just useless, but it's cool. There's a lot, like, so far they haven't really, like, there's not much to go off of, but what they have shown, it is pretty cool.
It's a small demo, but like it's like a sweet little cupcake. You know what I mean? It's just like it's small. it doesn't like really do anything for you, but it tastes so fucking good.
I'm mad that's the analogy you went for, but it works. It fits in this area, so I'll let you have it, big dog. I'll let you have it.
Kind of like gourmet food, if you will.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I think besides that, I think that's pretty much it. Yo, real talk. Before we get into that, before you like end this off, can like dead ass. I feel like I'm the only one like excited for this, but like. Are y'all excited for Sonic Forces?
Okay, I don't like.
I mean,
Sonic
it looks
games.
cool, but
I don't like Sonic games, but the only two I've played is Sonic Advance and Sonic Generations.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only two I've been all the way through, but I played a lot of them.
From what we talked about in the Sonic podcast, I'm a bit in between.
Well, because I'm asking because the people that have played it, the little demo that's out. Or that was
I hear
out.
A lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, I heard a lot of bad stuff. Then I hear like a lot of comparisons to like Sonic Heroes and shit. And I'm like, that could be taken.
The goat.
I'm like, that could be taken in multiple ways. And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be good or not. And I'm like,
well, the way how I see that is like if it's like Sonic Heroes, right? Like if Sonic Heroes released today, people would be like, fuck no, you know what I mean? Like it's okay because that game came out so long ago. And it's like, all right, whatever, we'll just give this to you. But then, like, if it's the same kind of thing, and like it has like the same kind of like glitches or whatever, and
that would be really bad.
And it's just like, you had so much time to like learn from your mistakes and shit, and you had a lot of mistakes to learn from. So
I thought the gameplay of Heroes was fun, but yeah, the glitches were really bad.
I heard this is supposed to be like Generations 2, so I'm kind of excited, but people say it's bad because you can air dash in the air. So basically, if you jump up high enough and you just keep dashing, you skip the level every time. Like,
Jesus.
So like,
hopefully
you
they
have
fix
no
that.
real incentive. No. I don't know if that's like it's not a glitch. It's you can
Like
do
actual-
it.
like that's just the mechanic.
So that
This is the
brings
mechanic
me
that
back,
you can abuse.
It's a bit of an annoying question, but that brings me back to asking like, if Forces were to flop, what would make it flop?
I think people comparing it to Sonic Mania would make it flop hella hard too.
I think
They'd
people
be like, "Oh, my fans can make a better game than fucking Sonic 2."
I think people comparing it to Generations will make it flop too, because Generations is a great game. It's probably one of the best, the most. I want to say
that's the best Sonic game.
I wouldn't say it's the best Sonic game, but it's the most polished boost formula Sonic game. With things like Unleashed and Colors being up there and some people's favorites and such. I feel like just off rip, I really feel like they should have never brought back Classic Sonic. But if they incorporated if the speculations of Sonic Forces being like a sequel to Mania are actually a thing, then I think 100%. I feel like just off that strength alone to get like a full story, I feel like that would help the actual game. But I feel like obviously with how bad Sonic's credit is, it's like online is gonna see a lot more negative reviews.
I really don't want to hype it because if I hype it, then I'm gonna be disappointed if it flops.
I think that's like everyone's biggest thing because like Sonic is just this fucking like.
Sonic's a coin flip, to be honest.
Yeah.
Confidence, yeah, exactly. Like it's either heads, it's good, or it's tails, it's bad. But it's like what factors in the failures, you know? And it's like whether it's the glitches, the bugs, the waxed corny story, like it's all up to them. And it's like they took like 2 or 3 years off for Forces, so it's like hopefully it's a well-defined, everything's polished and everything from Sonic Generation. They just made it better. That's my only thing. As long as the gameplay is fine, I can care less about the corny ass story that goes on. I can care less about whatever trash ass opinions on the internet. As long as it's good.
All I'm gonna say is if it flops, send that franchise over to Square Enix and watch the magic happen.
Usually, aren't Sonic games usually the opposite when in terms of like story and gameplay? Like their story is like it's good to it's either passable to like good, and then the gameplay is just fucking piss terrible.
Okay, yeah. It's a Sonic game. I don't give a fuck about the story. That's like saying, yeah, this Mario game better have a good story.
50% of the time you load up a Sonic game, you just want to fucking blow past everything. You just want to go fast as fuck.
It's like Mania was fun because it's a good platform.
But like
Mania was really
Sonic
good.
Games are more for platform than they are for speed.
No. But the thing about that is the thing about Sonic games now, and I think Mania definitely reminded me of how this works. It's a platformer, but a lot of the obstacles boost up his speed and shit. So you're definitely just going through fast as hell through these stages. And I think modern Sonic is more boost heavy now. You know, it's more like go through everything than anything at all now. And now it's like, is this game gonna be the one to perfect the boost formula? Because Generations was good. Colors showed what could have happened, and Unleashed was the first time. No, Colors was great. Then Unleashed showed like what it could do. Like Unleashed was like the prototype of the boost formula. And now it's like, okay, now you have this old ass hedgehog, fast as hell, damn near one of the strongest motherfuckers in his world. What else can you do? There has to be something. That's why the story's there to begin with, because it's nothing to make the nigga go fast.
I mean, if you just improve on the gameplay,
it all comes down to the gameplay for me. Like I said, because like Yanos said, it's a coin flip. Sonic's a coin flip series. It's either good or it's bad. A lot of the good titles are unfortunately the 2D ones. And a lot of the bad ones are a lot of the 3D ones. But a lot of people grew up on 3D, but with it being like a staple thing now, the gameplay has to be refined, because it makes me mad. And we talked about this last time, I think like maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, how it's like Mario can always find a way to be innovative, but still keep its formula, and it'll still do good. And where is Sonic? Because at one point, these were the titans of gaming back in the 1990s. Where the fuck, what's happening now?
See, Mario was, like, nobody gives a fuck about a Mario game story.
Nobody cared about that shit.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, like 90% of the time.
Like Sonic, like, if they do the same thing, I don't think anybody would care that much.
Because Mario already did it and shit.
If they were to do the comic book content, they would do better.
Like, they don't have to go super in depth with their story, and they don't have to be super retarded with it either.
Yeah, I just wish that they would like get a gameplay that would work, and they would like just keep whatever gameplay they figure out, keep that. Just please keep that, because there just seems to be way too much like differences. You know, it's like every game is different. And that, in turn, makes the series look sour. The fans look at the game a different way. Like, it's like,
and it doesn't like solidify like their gameplay. Like you see, like Mario, right? Mario had like Mario 64, and then expanded on that, and then like.
And then you got Sunshine, Galaxy.
Despite which direction, yeah, it just keeps building upon itself.
Exactly, it just keeps getting better and better visually and gameplay wise.
Except for 3D World.
Yikes!
we don't talk about that.
What's wrong with 3D?
But that's what I was talking about. Like it kind of like branches.
I mean, it was good, but it wasn't
with, like different kind of
nearly
like,
as good as the other 3D Marios.
Yeah,
I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't
You
link
gotta
with like
make
the
a good
series.
rest.
I mean, 3D World is cool. It's just some of the levels didn't feel as deep as I wanted them to be.
Yeah.
I think like Galaxy had like this one world where, and then like it would change a little bit. I think that was cool. And 3D World was like you get a little shallow level every time.
Like what they did for 3D World is kind of like what they did from New Mario Bros. DS to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but just for 3D Land. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Basically.
Yeah, it's kind of what they did. Like they put it on a console, gave it multiplayer, added some new shit.
Like it was just like passable. It was just like, all right, well, it's good, but it's not like really pushing anything.
Like it's not groundbreaking. Really nice. No, Odyssey looks amazing. I'm not a Mario guy. I'm not a fanboy of the series. I respect the game franchise and everything, but that's one of the few Mario games I'm actually excited for. Or the only Mario game I've ever been excited for, rather.
I mean, remember E3 that they laid out like all the Mario games, and they were like, okay, 64, Sunshine, I think Mario Galaxy were like on one timeline, and they put literally every other fucking Mario on another timeline, and they were like, Mario Odyssey is gonna be with Mario 64, Mario
and Sunshine.
Yeah.
It seems cool.
The more open world, non-linear shit.
Yeah. The best of the Mario games.
To be honest.
So my question now to y'all is, now that we're at the end of the entire thing now, with the new stuff that they shown of Odyssey, do y'all, I know it's a day one call for everybody here, but like, do y'all have any like gripes or any like any like
there's
any
no
fears? Nothing.
No weed.
I feel like Luigi gotta come in that damn game, dog.
Luigi's gonna be in it because he's gonna. I guarantee it's like you beat the story or something. They're gonna give you Luigi.
I mean, yeah, they might do. Yeah, they might do the like they did with Galaxy. I hope so. That'd be dope as fuck.
I'm getting that game in Japanese because it's gonna come out earlier.
Is it really?
Like, it wouldn't be hard to do that shit either.
No, like, all right, if it comes out the same day everywhere, Japan's 13 hours ahead.
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
another
Yeah,
thing.
So you got like the half a day.
Yeah, and it's a Mario game. You don't need to know what they're saying.
Yeah, to be honest.
Are they saying anything at all? Actually,
Yeah,
Unless
all
you're
you're gonna
trying to
miss out is
100%.
Bowser being like, "Oh, I have the princess again." It's like, all right, well, fuck.
it's like, yeah, good job, bro.
Okay, he doesn't even speak. He's like, so like you're fine regardless. And that's like you can start playing midday, which is clean, as opposed to having to wait till midnight. And also when the game comes out in America on the eShop, it'll translate automatically because the Switch is the go.
I was gonna say, shout out to that. That shit is fucking amazing to me.
Yeah, you buy a game in Japanese
And it's automatically fucking English and shit.
It translates to whatever console, like your whatever language.
Yeah, because they probably like put all regions out at the same time. They just make it live for certain regions.
Yeah. And even if it's not live yet, it'll like when it is live, it'll just automatically do that. Like even with the cartridge game, if you buy a Japanese cartridge game, it'll turn English.
What the fuck?
Oh,
I didn't know about the cartridge.
I have an American version of Mario Kart. I changed it to Japanese just to see, and it changed to Japanese Mario Kart.
What the fuck?
my god.
Really?
Yeah, it changes to whatever. Like, so you can import a game and be fine if they have language support.
I think the region lock shit is one of the best things they've ever done in their entire damn
Yeah.
thing. Because that region lock shit is so fucking dope. Because just say like they do like some bullshit where it's like, oh hey, Japan gets this early as hell. It's like, okay, but you do realize it's technically worldwide. Because now it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Like it doesn't matter if they get this shit early no more. Well,
If anything, I think that's what they're trying to go for now. They're trying to go for like a unified
worldwide
Yeah,
thing,
everything
yes.
needs to come out at the same time at this point. I don't think anything has a huge difference opposed to like
release. Yeah.
Like
Like
the super
Dragon
niche-
Quest or something.
yeah, like the niche games that nobody really would care about in the West.
mm-hmm. Well, I think with that being said, that is going to be it for this episode. It was great, actually. This was actually a really dope little thing. We're actually able to take all of our stuff out. I'm glad everybody was able to come and talk with this shit with me. I appreciate y'all for coming. And let me go say goodbye to the chat really quick. Y'all can go do y'all thing. Say bye.
Bye. I love you.
All right, y'all. So that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. See y'all next week. I think next week. No. We got like 2 more. No. We got 2 more weeks. The 2 more weeks are the last times it's going to be a weekly podcast. And then starting October, it will be a bi-weekly podcast. So more news and everything can come back up. Next week, we have to. I got to look for some stuff. I actually want to like talk about various amounts of stuff. So next week's definitely going to be dope. Thank you guys for coming out. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely should hit thumbs up for the boy. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, every single person in the chat. Love y'all a lot.